What is up, everybody? Welcome to the live stream. So we got the face cam going, and yeah, let me know if you guys can hear me. Type in the chat if you guys can hear me, and then we're gonna look at the injury report for the Washington football team, and then we're gonna be basically doing a preview real quick. So yeah, just gonna wait for some people to get in here. We'll look at the injury report. There's some kind of big names on there, and we'll talk about how that affects the game for tomorrow. So I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. So let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me know. Okay, so I typed it in the chat if you guys can hear me. So yeah, just waiting for a response. If not, I'm gonna just put my mic. Okay, they can. Okay, good. Okay, so let's look at the injury report, and then we'll just talk about predictions for the game. We'll hear what you guys have to say and stat predictions. So I'm just scrolling down here for the injury report. And yeah, what is up, everybody? What's up, Daquavis? What's up, Tao Ho? So just going down here. Okay, here's the injury report. Let me share that screen real quick. There we go. Okay, so here is the injury report. Let me say hi to a few people before. What's up, Brandon? What's up, Dominic? What's up, Roy? What's up, Javier? What's up, Garrett? What's up, Reggie Reg? What's up, Harold? And what's up, 1,000 subs? So this right here is my Kerrigan jersey. Tomorrow I will be rocking the Chase Young jersey. Okay, so but yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow. So let's go through the injury report. So Kerrigan practiced fully on Thursday and Friday, so he is good to go for the game. Same for Thomas Davis. Sadiq Charles and Cole Holcomb are both out for the game. Not too much of an effect on the outcome of the game, but it affects Sadiq Charles' development, and it does affect Cole Holcomb a little bit. Ryan Anderson is good to go, and then Steven Sims and Morgan Moses are questionable, but they did both fully practice on Friday, so that is good news right there. What's up, Christian? 1 to 10. What's our chances? What are our chances on beating the Browns? I have us winning. I think it's gonna be a really, really close game. It could go either way. Nice, you got the Ohio State. That's it. The white or red one? Yeah, the first face cam last week, Reggie Reg. Yeah, I had on the Warpath here last week. We'll see. He couldn't make it today, so we'll see why I get on next week. The Browns got a lot of injuries. Adrian Claiborne questionable. He's a decent DN. They're probably second or third best. Third best. Jacob Phillips is out. Linebacker Olivier Vernon, big name player. He is out. Jack Conklin, Kevin Johnson, J.C. Treader, all of them are a little bit banged up, but they plan on playing. Greedy Williams, one of their corners, I think second round pick from last year. He is out. A couple other players, they're banged up. And then Denzel Ward and Mac Wilson, two kind of big name players, they are out. So they're not out, sorry, not out. They're questionable. So if those two are out, that is really, really good news for us. I mean, obviously not good that they're injured, but good news for the outcome of the game. I mean, Mac Wilson's decent. He's a decent linebacker for Cleveland, but Denzel Ward is one of the better corners in the league, probably, top 15. He's not amazing, but he's in that top tier. He's a good corner, and if their secondary is already thin, Greedy Williams was out Greedy Williams is out. He's a starter. What's his name? Kevin Johnson. He is one of their starters, kind of a nickel back, and he's kind of banged up. So they have a lot of injuries in that secondary. And if Denzel Ward doesn't play, we're gonna have a big, big day. What's up, 1,000 subs with no videos? What's up, Tap King? What's up, sports fan all day? Their center is playing. He's playing, but he's hurt. He's banged up a little bit. What's up, Meese? Yeah, Terry is gonna go off, and hopefully Steven Sims, if he is playing, because I think if Steven Sims or Morgan Moses don't play, we're kind of screwed. I think if Denzel Ward doesn't play and Steven Sims play or doesn't play, if both of them don't play, it kind of evens it out and maybe even gives us the advantage because both groups are kind of very thin and one of their or Steven Sims isn't our best receiver, but Ward is their best corner. So, but hopefully he plays because outside of Terry, if you take out Steven Sims, there's absolutely no one to pass the ball to. The only good news if Steven Sims is out is that AGG would be getting a lot of snaps. And then Morgan Moses, we absolutely need Morgan Moses in this game. He's been one of our better. He's played pretty good this year at right tackle. So if he doesn't play, it's going to be a long day for Dwayne Haskins. Corners for the Browns. So currently, they have Denzel Ward. We'll see if he plays. Kevin Johnson. They got Greedy Williams. He is out. They got a couple others, but they do not have a good second. They don't have a good secondary at all. So I think we're at the advantage there for our wide receiving core. Yep, Cameron Curl is definitely playing well. Okay, so that is it right there for the injury report. Kendall Fuller should be good to go. That is going to be giving us a big what's up, Skins fan. Shout out Burgundy and Gold fan all day, formerly known as Skins fan. Go ahead, check out his channel. Always doing some good stuff there. Has people on all the time. Go ahead and check him out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Kendall Fuller is going to provide a big boost to this secondary. I mean, you got Kendall Fuller, Jimmy Moreland, Ronald Darby, Fabian Moreau. That's some decent depth right there. And, Landon Collins is playing all right. We'll see about Troy Apke. I'll give him a couple more weeks, but after that, consider putting Cameron Curl in there. Like me said, though, he is not a free safety. So, you could mix him up in there a little bit more, but it would be hard for him just to replace Troy Apke in particular. But, he played some DB and safety in college. So, I don't think he's going to line up in free safety, but he could play some corner and he could play some strong safety if Landon Collins ever needs a breather. So yeah, I agree with Meese though. We need to start Cameron Curl. I don't think we need to start him yet. I think he's a rookie, and again, he's a 7th-round rookie. So you got to ease him in there. Maybe at the end of the year, if there's some injuries, you can have him starting. And I think he's gonna be a good piece for us in the future, possibly a starter in year 2. But I would not start him right now. So that is it for the injury report. Right there, biggest names for us. I mean, the only 2 names that are on there that are big name players are Steven Sims and Morgan Moses, and they're both questionable. I think Morgan Moses is going to be good to go. He has the longest active streak among Washington players when it comes to starting games, so I think he's going to be good to go. We'll see about Steven Sims. I really do hope he plays. Yeah, Kyle Pitts, he's really really good. I saw him today against Ole Miss. And then on the Cleveland, their side, I mean, they got a lot of injuries. I mean, most notably Olivier Vernon, who's one of their best edge rushers. That's good news because he would be going up against Jerron Christian. So Jerron Christian might have a good day if he's not going up against Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett usually lines up against the right tackle. Greedy Williams, that's another big name player. And then Denzel Ward and Mac Wilson are questionable, but they have a lot of players that are banged up. I mean, Jarvis Landry, he practiced full all week, but he's dealing with a hip injury. Same with one of their linebackers and tight ends. And then J.C. Treader, their starting center, he's listed as he's going to play, but the whole week he was limited. So, that could be something to monitor. Let's see read some comments. Last tight end we got from Florida was injury prone. Yeah, I mean, that was just an unfortunate situation. Okay, so now let's kind of get into, maybe some stat predictions. I want to hear what you guys actually. I want to hear what your guys' score prediction is in the comments down below. Let me know real quick, and then we'll go towards some. I'll give you guys my prediction, then we can go through some stat predictions. What do I think about our tight end position? I think we definitely need to upgrade that position. I mean, Logan Thomas, I think he can be a solid backup for us, but he should not be our starter. We'll see though. We will see. He's still relatively new to the position, so hopefully, let's see. Hopefully, we can possibly. Okay, wait. Let me just read some predictions. Okay, so Dominic said 20-26 Washington, 27-21 for Roy, 24-21. Yeah, I got 24-21. 17-14, 27. PFF said Mac Wilson is out. Okay, so I'm gonna go to PFF right now. I see that. Here, let me go to PFF. Pro Football Focus. Let me see. So, I think it's gonna be a relatively close game. There is definitely some blowout potential for Cleveland. I don't think we're gonna blow them out, but I could see them blowing us out. That's definitely possible. But I think if we keep it close, we have to start out well, though. We have to start out well because if we don't start out well, it's not going to end up good for us. We cannot start out the game 20-0 or something like that. We just can't. At minimum, I'll be happy if we're down by one score or less going to halftime. I think that's a success. In the we played really well in the second half of these games. Let me read some more comments. 70-14, 23-20, 27-17. Okay, some good predictions there. Not a single person has us losing. I think it's going to be a close game, like I said. Okay, so let's go here. I'm going to create. But yeah, if Mac Wilson is out, like you said, I'm trying to find that. If he is out, that is huge because he's a pretty good linebacker. They don't have that great linebacker depth. So if he's out, that's a big boost to us, and especially for our running backs. I think Antonio Gibson would absolutely eat if that ends up happening. So let's see. So I'm trying to see that Mac Wilson news. I can't see anything right now, but that could be. So I mean, there's still. Yeah, Mac Wilson is still questionable. We'll see, though. We will see. So let's see. So yeah, he isn't declared out yet. So okay, a good question. So thoughts on Haskins, and we can talk about some possible free agents after the in 20-ish minutes. But thoughts on Haskins if he doesn't. What's the question? Thoughts on Haskins. Let me put up the question right here. If he plays the same way he played the last 2 weeks, well, I have I have a different opinion than most Washington fans. I mean, I feel like the way Haskins played in week 1 and week 2, it wasn't that much of a difference. Sure, he didn't play that great in the second game, but at the same time, he went 19 for 33, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. But I feel like a lot of fans were just mad because we ended up losing. So they kind of went with the narrative, even though there wasn't a huge difference in the way he played. People just acted like there was when there really wasn't. I think he had a higher passer rating than he did in that week. So that's just me, though. Haskins needs to work on his footwork. I agree. I tried to find it on Pro Football Reference. I still couldn't find it, but I'm gonna look in a little bit. Let me share this screen real quick. So, but yeah, so we're gonna go through some kind of stat predictions. I think Dwayne is gonna have a big day. He needs to have a big day. There's no excuse for him unless Steven Sims and Morgan Moses are out. If those two are out, then he has an excuse because yo, what's up, AM Hunter? Huge shout out to AM Hunter, always coming in here. But yeah, and drop your score prediction real quick, AM Hunter. Um, but he has no excuse. He's going up against, even if Denzel Ward plays, he's going up against a banged up Browns defense. The Bengals scored 30 points against them last week, so Dwayne at minimum has to score 21 points. If they don't, and of course, it's obviously not all on him, but if we don't score 21 points, it's oh, what's up, Davon? Um, or Devin, let me know how to pronounce that real quick. But if we don't score over 20 points, we're not going to win the game, and that falls on Dwayne and the offense. But I think their average is 34 points that they've allowed the first 2 weeks. So that is a lot of points, and we need to at least score 21, 24 points. I think our defense helped us out to score 27 in the or in the first game. We scored 27 really because our defense kept on giving us really good field position. So hopefully they can do that again in this game, but hopefully our offense can, put together some nice long drives that they haven't been able to do and, start out early. So we're going to go through some stat predictions. Let's first start out with Dwayne Haskins. So my stat prediction for him, I think he's going to have a bounce back game. I'm going to go, let's say, I'm going to go 20 4 for 33 for 35, 24 for 35, which is oh no, that's a little I would say let's go 23 of I think it's going to go around that range, maybe complete 22 of 35, which is around that's a pretty good percentage, 63%, 22 of 35, 200 and yo, AM Hunter, thank you so much for the $3 super chat, super sticker. Thank you. I appreciate it. Helps out a ton. So, and I want to hear your prediction real quick. So, I said 22 for 35. I'm going to go 248 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. That's my stat prediction right there. Yo, thank you so much for the $5 donation, Burgundy and Gold fan all day, aka Skins fan. I appreciate it a lot, man. Helps out a ton. And yeah, if you're having a panel tonight, I might hop on for a bit. Just let me know though. Again, though, I appreciate the donation. So that's my prediction. 20. I'm not predicting a huge game, but if you throw 22 for 35, 2 touchdowns, no interception, that's enough to win a game. That is enough. So it won't fall on him. So yeah, that's my prediction. I want to hear what you guys have in the comments. I saw a couple people have their predictions. Dominic said 309, 24 for 36. AM Hunter said 24 to 21. Skins. So yeah, that's I don't think he's gonna have a huge game, but I do think Haskins is gonna have a solid game. Now let's go on to Gibson. Gibson's really the toughest guy, to predict because, it's just tough because we haven't seen what he can do yet. His full potential, obviously. I mean, he's only played 2 games, but I think that and you can't really predict his passing because they really haven't passed to him or JD Mckissick much. So I'm gonna say, I think he's gonna have a little bit more rushing yards than usual. Let's say 72 rushing yards and maybe 2 catches for 12 yards. What's up, Philip B? How you doing? I don't think Gibson's gonna have a huge game. But I think he's gonna have a solid game. Burgundy and Gold fan all day. If you want to come on, I'll let you come on. I'll get a couple people on at the end of this stream. So I'll send you the link maybe 20, 30 minutes from now, and you guys can come on at the end of the stream. I think that's a good idea, actually. So King Sean says 16 rushes, 85 yards, 1 touchdown. I think he's going to get a little less rushes than that, but that's not a bad prediction. And I think JD McKissick's going to have a solid game too. Got to get tight ends involved. I mean, Logan Thomas is the most targeted tight end in the NFL, which for me is I mean, I think some of those targets should go to Terry, to Steven Sims, because I think they're not getting enough targets. And when your tight end is getting more targets than your best receiver, and your best receiver is 10 times better than your tight end, then I think that's a problem. Yeah, Burgundy and Gold fan all day. I'll send that to you in a bit, just maybe like 7:10 ish, around then. Yo, what's up, Gunner? How you doing, man? How many sacks do I think the Skins will get this game? I don't think it's going to be a big game. I don't think if I remember correctly, I don't think they've allowed a single sack this season. Or maybe they have, but they didn't allow a single sack last week against the Bengals. I'm going to say 3 sacks. I think 3 sacks is a decent prediction. I think Chase is going to get a sack. You know, Jedrick Wills is pretty good, but he's not amazing. I think Chase is going to get a sack, and then, throw in Montez or Kerrigan, one of them gets a sack, and then maybe one of those gets a sack. And I think a linebacker, maybe a safety, gets a sack. John Bostic has 2 sacks already, and also, what's his name? Landon Collins has a sack. So we're getting our, guys involved a lot more than Manusky was getting. So I think possibly we get a couple sacks from people we don't expect. So I want to hear what you guys have. Give me your sack predictions and who it comes from. I don't think it's going to be a huge sack day. Their offensive line, like I said, is pretty good, but especially with Jack Conklin at the right tackle, he's pretty solid. I don't think we're going to get a sack off him. Maybe we'll see. Do you guys talk about Haskins? And we talked about it a bit. I mean, my thing is, I just didn't. I don't, and we'll talk about it a little bit more here because a lot of people are coming in. But I just don't like how the narrative switches from week 1 to week 2 when his performance wasn't that much. There wasn't much of a difference between it. I mean, he was definitely less accurate week 2, but I feel like a lot of fans were just more upset week 2 because we lost. Week 1, he actually had less completions, a worse completion percentage, and less yards than week 2. Sure, he was definitely less accurate week 2, and I also think it's how Haskins finished. He played the whole second half pretty well, and they put a lot of points up on the board. But he has to be better, and I think this week against a banged up Bengals secondary and defense overall, I think that's going to help him out a lot. But he's got to work on his mechanics. He can't. And something I listened to, and I want to hear if you guys have too. I listened to Chris Cooley breakdown on his film, and something that was actually really interesting is he never runs to the right side. He's really good when he's passing from the center of the pocket or from the left, and he's good at running the left. I want to see him, maybe some play designs to get them Haskins more passes from the left. 5 sacks, Am Hunter said, 2 turnovers. Oh, also, Baker Mayfield has actually 8 games in a row with throwing an interception. That's the longest active streak in the NFL. I think we should keep Scott Turner. We're gonna keep him for the rest of the season. I think he has a 5-year contract though. But that's me right there. I think Haskins needs to step up, and I think he will this week. He has to. Banged up defense, the defense that's allowed 34 points a game. He doesn't have much excuses, especially if Morgan Moses and Steven Sims play. It falls on him at the end of the day. But yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna keep Scott Turner, but I think he needs to, improve his play calling a bit, and he's gonna get there. I mean, he doesn't have many games under his belt. So next guy, let's go Terry McLaurin stat predictions. Everyone put it down in the comments below. I think regardless if Denzel Ward plays or not, I think he's gonna have a big day. But if Denzel Ward doesn't play, I'm saying like 10 catches, 152 yards, and a touchdown. I think that's I think that's definitely possible. If Denzel Ward plays, maybe I go 8 catches. No, let's go 7 catches, 110 yards, something like that. If Moses doesn't play, who do I think will take the spot? I think Cornelius Lucas. They said he's played terrible in, not preseason, but training camp. But that was at left tackle. He's a lot better at right tackle. That's where he played with the Bears. So I think Terry's going to have a huge, huge game if Denzel Ward doesn't play. If he does, then, it's still going to be a good game. I think he still can have a good game. Maybe like I said, around 100 yards. But if Denzel Ward doesn't play, their secondary is already bad. I mean, I'm going to look it up real quick, but they allowed a lot of yards to receivers. So I think he has a good chance of having a breakout game. So that's Terry. Let's go. Assuming Steven Sims plays. Assuming Steven Sims plays, what are you guys' stat predictions for him? So mine. Okay, we got a lot of. Denzel Ward is questionable. But the thing is, it's a groin injury, and it's really. I just feel like a groin injury is way. It's hard to play through that. It really is. Especially as a cornerback. I just. It's tough. Let me check real quick, but I think he didn't play at all in practice, or if he did, he was limited on Thursday. And this is a big sign right here. He was limited on Thursday and then didn't play on Friday. So that's a big sign right there. So Steven Sims, I think he's going to have a decent game. Nothing crazy. I think he's going to have the best game of this season. I think he's gonna have like 5 catches, 72 yards, maybe a touchdown. I think, he hasn't gotten many targets. I think that's gonna be a point of emphasis this week. So I think, and you gotta think, I mean, besides him and Mclaughlin, you really have no one else to get the ball to. So if you're predicting over 250 yards for Haskins passing, I would say probably 175 have to come between Mclaughlin and Steven Sims because, I mean, Inman is a 25. He's in that range, like 10 to 30 range. So he's not going to get you anything. And then Logan Thomas, he might get you like 20 to 50 yards at most. And yeah, we'll see. I hope the running backs start getting, like Gunnar said, I hope they start getting some more involvement in the pass game. Mckissick and Gibson. You see every time Gibson gets the ball, even when he has like 4 guys on him, he ends up, making some guys miss and doing some good things. So I think you got to not necessarily get him lined up in the slot, but give him throw him and some Steven Sims or him and Steven Sims some more screens. I really think that we need to do that. We haven't given them any screens. I think every time we've given Steven Sims a screen though, it's worked. So I think you got to keep on going with that. Isaiah Wright, we'll see if Steven Sims is playing, then Isaiah Wright's probably going to be inactive. But if he isn't playing, then or no, if he isn't playing, he could end up, playing. So yeah, predictions, it's tough. I think Giants, I think they're gonna keep it close, possibly close against the 49ers just because of the injuries, but I think that's a loss right there. And honestly, it's nice to see the Giants lose, but at this point, we're not really competing with them. So I'm out of the other 3 games, if one team had to win, then I'm choosing the Giants to win. Cowboys, it's gonna be a tough game, I think. Or not Cowboys. Let's go Eagles. Eagles versus Bengals. I think it's gonna be a close game. I probably have the Eagles winning that game, but who knows? I mean, it might be Carson Wentz's best game of the season. The Bengals defense sucks, so it actually, it could be the Browns offense is really good. I mean, they scored 38 points against the Bengals defense, but I'm gonna have the Eagles winning that game, and I'm gonna have the Cowboys losing to the Seahawks. I think that's a pretty safe bet. But regardless, as long as if we lose and the Cowboys lose, we're still technically at the top of the division. Am I gonna go live during the game? I doubt it. But yeah, if we win and the Cowboys win, we're still at the top of the division. And obviously, if we lose and they lose, then we will win against the Browns. I hope we do. Chase Young will have multiple sacks. Hey, that's a bold prediction. Could definitely happen. What's up, Addison? Could definitely happen, but I'm predicting 1 sack. He's leading the league right now in sacks, which is crazy, 2.5 sacks. So we did predictions for Steven Sims, Terry McLaurin, Gibson, and Haskins. So let's go. Let's go Logan Thomas. I'm gonna go 5 catches for 36 yards. Okay, thanks, Diego. Appreciate it. Um, David, did you send the link or are you saying asking for the link? But yeah. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about the about sorry, my mic cut out. Let me know what you guys think about Logan Thomas's stat predictions. So 5 catches, 50 yards. But I wouldn't say 50. I don't think he's gonna average 10 yards per catch unless he has a huge catch. Just because he's really more of a he doesn't have much speed, and usually when he catches, he might get like 1 or 2 extra yards. Hey, hopefully Apke has a breakout game. Okay, so I don't have the link to the oh, okay, you're sending it. Okay. 4 catches, 35 yards, and a touchdown. I think that is definitely a feasible prediction. Don't think he's gonna have a huge game, but he could definitely find the end zone. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I think he's gonna have 20 to 40 yards. I think that's a good range right there. Okay, so that's pretty much everyone on offense. If we want to do J.D. Mckissick, we'll go ahead and do him. J.D. Mckissick, I think, is going to finally get a little bit involved in the pass game. I'll say 2 catches, 15 yards, and I think he's going to have uh, 5 carries for 37 yards. No, for some reason I can't see the link, David. What's up, Beast Mode? How you doing, man? Yeah, I think Mckissick isn't gonna have a huge game, but he could help us out a lot. Okay, now onto the defense. Not gonna do too many players, but I think I'll just go over my players that I think are gonna get a sack. So I think Chase Young definitely could get a sack. Let's go there with one. I think Chase Young gets a sack or at least half a sack. I think an interior guy gets the sack either. I think Allen probably gets a sack. Maybe it's tough the interior. I don't think Payne's gonna get. Yo, Phil P, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Last week, Haskins got some hate from everyone. I just think Haskins was a C plus. O-line was a C minus. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Haskins was terrible. I think he was. I personally think he did enough to win the game. He didn't. Besides that fumble, which you could debate if it was his fault or not. He didn't turn the ball over, and he threw a touchdown, and players around him didn't help him out. Obviously, he didn't do well, but I think it's a two-way street. Play calling needs to help out, like you said. I definitely agree. And his receivers and tight ends. I mean, sure, some of his passes that he threw, the guys were open, and wasn't the best but when it hits both of your hands, and you got to catch it at least. I think Logan Thomas had hit his hand like 5 times, and he didn't catch a single one that hit his hands. Besides the ones that were good throws by Dwayne, he didn't catch a single one. So yeah, got to do better there. I'll send my IG later, David. But yeah, we got to do better there. So give me your sack predictions real quick. Let me just do something real quick. Give me your sack predictions for the defense. How many you think we have, and how many, and who gets them? Again, Philip B. Thank you for the $10 donation. Do I think Fuller will guard OBJ? I don't think they're gonna have a. I don't think we're gonna necessarily have like. I don't think anyone's gonna ghost someone. Like I don't think Fuller's gonna stay on OBJ or Jarvis Landry man to man. He could, but I think most of the time it's just gonna be zone or whoever is lined up against whoever. I don't think it's gonna be, Fuller shadowing OBJ the whole game. I don't think that's gonna happen. Um yeah, Haskins plays a lot better up tempo offense. I I'm gonna be really interested to see how our offense looks early on this week, versus the other weeks. I think that's gonna be interesting to see on film. Week one or no, week one and week two to week three. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, their O line is pretty good. So I don't think we're gonna have a huge amount of sacks, but I think we'll do enough. And the reason why Baker had a good game is because, or last week, obviously wasn't playing the best defense, but he had like no pressure against him. So he was in a clean pocket. So if we can get some pressure to him, I think that will help us out a lot. I'm gonna pull up the Browns versus Ravens game and kind of look at some stats. I think this is a good thing to do. But I'm excited for tomorrow. I really hope we win, and at least if we don't win, let's keep it close. And then after this, let's do some score prediction, record predictions at the end. Here, let me switch the screen real quick. 5 sacks, Payne, Kerrigan, Allen, Young, and DBs. Yeah, I agree. I think there's definitely going to be someone unexpected that gets a sack, whether that be, you know, it could be Landon Collins, John Bostic, someone like that. Let me make sure I mute whatever video they play on. They always play a video on ESPN, but maybe they won't. So let's go to box score. So in that game, Baker Mayfield went 21 for 39, 189 passing yards, and threw 1 touchdown and 1 interception. And he had a passer rating of 65, so not good at all. Oh yeah, we definitely need to contain the run game. That's something that we definitely need to do. Their run game is absolutely insane. If you watch the game against the Bengals, like I said, Bengals defense isn't great, but they got like a lot of rushing yards. I think it was close to 200. It might have been 200. So, and we can't let that happen. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, both are beasts. We can't, especially, this is why we can't go down early. If we end up, let's say we start out, we go into the half and it's 20-7, they're just gonna run the ball the whole second half, and we might end up scoring some points, but we might only have 3 drives in the second half. We might only have 3 opportunities, and they're just gonna run the ball down our throats. So we have to at least start out okay. Oh, if we beat the Ravens, that would be absolutely insane. Baker's not, he's not insanely slow, but he's definitely not considered a mobile quarterback. I think he's more mobile than Haskins, but that's not saying too much, even though Haskins runs better than we thought he would. So, receiving in that game, nothing crazy. 60 yards for Landry, 50 yards for Njoku. No one really did that much. And Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, had 100 yards. So, speedy guy. Terry is obviously really fast, so I think that is a good matchup for us. And then Nick Chubb had a fumble. Jamie Gillen had a fumble. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see any other comments. Ravens are the best team in the NFL. Here's the thing with the. Oh, I forgot to turn my camera back on. Here's the thing with the Ravens. I think, sure, you can say best team in the NFL. Best team in the NFL right now, sure. But who I would rather. Who am I? What's up, Richard? Who do I trust more? It's the Chiefs by far. Patrick Mahomes has only lost 1 game in the playoffs in 2 seasons, and what's his name? Lamar Jackson is 0-2. The first game was against the Chargers. Didn't play that well. Against the Titans as a number 1 seed. Didn't play well at all. So, yeah, Njoku was an IR. I forgot what injury it was, but yeah. Yeah, if we beat the Ravens, I mean, that would be amazing. But the chances of that happening, it's just so small. But, you never know. Yeah, Njoku, what was the injury? I can't remember the injury, but yeah, he's going to be out for a few weeks. He's on IR. But yeah, if we can somehow keep it somewhat close in the Ravens game, lose by less than 20, I think that's a very good game. If we, here here's how you kind of measure success. If you see RG3 in the game, I mean, if we see RG3 in the game, that means we're getting killed. So hopefully we don't see RG3 in the game, but it would be cool to see him play for a little bit. So yeah, that's that game right there. Let's see if we can go Bengals versus Browns box score, September 17th. Okay, so in this game, I mean, Mayfield didn't even play. I mean, actually, he played pretty well. 16 for 23, 16 for 23, 219 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Look at that, though. Chubb was a beast. So was Kareem Hunt. Beckham had 74 yards. I mean, their two biggest threats, Beckham and Landry. Hooper isn't much of a threat, though. I mean, he might end up having a huge game against us, but so far, I think both games he's had like maybe 40 combined yards, if that. So, yeah. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, guys we got to look out for, both their running backs, and especially, I mean, Nick Chubb is more of a runner, but Kareem Hunt can run the ball and also catch the ball out of the backfield. He had 15 yards catching or receiving last week and a touchdown. And that's it. And then on defense, let's see. If you look on defense, they've got Myles Garrett's their best player. Myles Garrett is one of the best edge rushers in all of football. Had a sack last week, 3 QB hits, and a tackle for a loss. Denzel Ward is also good. I want to see if I can pull up his stats. Let's see. Denzel Ward stats. Yeah, Hooper hasn't done that well. So let's go to Denzel Ward. Let's see if they show. Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50. But even if he plays, let's see. So it doesn't show. I mean, this is just how many snaps he had, but doesn't show how many targets they had on him. Let's see. Oh, it does. Okay. No, it's actually, let's see. Okay, it does. So teams so far this season are they have quarterbacks have 56% completion percentage when going up against Denzel Ward, 1 touchdown, 90 passer rating. So he's not amazing, but he's still played pretty well. And if you look at his other 2 games, or 2 seasons, he's actually played better. Let's go to other guys. Let's see. I know read some stuff in the comments. Yep, we need that breakout game from Haskins. Beast Mode said Apke is getting beat not because of speed. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Folks keeps knocking line and play calling, but plays are called correct but not read correctly. Difference between worst and best line is only half a second or so. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, both need to do well. I think I'll do a vid on top free agents maybe a little bit later. I think it's still too early. But let's go to some other cornerbacks on their team that are possibly going to play. Let's see. That have played this season. So, yeah, I mean, they do not have much depth. I mean, if you look at Grant Delpit, he's out for the season with an Achilles, so they've got a lot of injuries. Yeah, their cornerback room is not good at all. We have a lot better cornerback room than them. So actually let's go position by position and say who has the edge, which team has the edge. So let me see. So I think quarterback for now, I mean it's pretty even. Baker's definitely more established, but last year he played terrible, had more interceptions than touchdowns. But let's see. Let me get this here. But I mean, I'll give them the edge right now. Dwayne hasn't played the best, so I'll give them the edge when it comes to quarterback. But that's for the short-term future, or not short, for a very small amount of time. It could change in a couple of months. So let's wait. Is there going to be rain or fans allowed in the stand tomorrow? I think it's like 250. Um, I think it's just kind of family members and other staff. I think they get up to 250, and I think in a couple weeks they might add some. So Washington could do that if they wanted. But that's just for actually that's for Baltimore. But I mean, we both play in Maryland. Okay. So quarterback, I'll give them the edge for now. Whole offensive line, their offensive line is way yeah, that's the thing. They have the edge on paper, but we have way better coaching, I think. I mean, and I think that matters, especially when a really good coach is going up against a rookie head coach. I think that's a huge advantage. I think that's but yeah, they're way more talented than us. But if you look at how they've played so far this season, I mean, they got killed by the Ravens and barely beat the Bengals. So, I mean, I don't think that's too much to brag about. So, I think we could win this. I think coaching is going to help us out. So, offensive line, they've got a way better offensive line than us. Pretty much every single guy except for Sheriff is probably better than their right guard, but obviously Sheriff is out. Running backs, they also got the edge. They've got a lot better running backs than us. I mean, Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt are beasts, but we still have decent running backs. Receivers, again, they have better receivers than us and tight ends than us. Um, but again, like I said, coaching, uh, is a factor there, and receiving, we'll see. And then on defense, our whole defensive line is better than their defensive line, our interior defensive line, and our edge rushers because Myles Garrett, at least for the very next couple weeks, he's still better than Chase Young, but that could definitely. I'm going to give him the edge just because he's been an All-Pro or definitely a Pro Bowler, but in a couple weeks that could change. And I think, but overall, I mean, Olivier Vernon's out, so our edge rushers are better than theirs. Our interior D line is better than theirs, and I think our linebackers and secondary is better than theirs. So I think our whole defense, pretty much position groups wise, is better than their defense. But offense, pretty much their whole offense is better than ours. I think there's a couple of positions that are pretty close. Quarterback, receiver. I mean, here's the thing. Philip, I almost said Philip Dorsett. But Dontrell Inman, why am I just saying random names? But Baker Mayfield, when it comes to, I mean, Odell Beckham and him don't have the best connections. So, like, Beckham could just have an off day, and if him and Mayfield aren't connecting, it could be. I mean, we could have the edge at that wide receiver position. And also they are a team where if they get down, they get discouraged and they kind of just give up. So I think if we can get up on them early, I think that's going to be a huge advantage for us. Yeah, we have to stop 3-and-outs. Especially like if we start out the game, we have to at the minimum start the first drive out with getting at least one first down, at least a little bit of progress. I mean, you just can't. I mean, starting out 3-and-out, just the momentum, just your confidence goes down. The first drive of the game, you go 3-and-out, that kind of kills you. Run the ball, give the ball to J.D. Mckissick on first down or Antonio Gibson on first down. Maybe even do it again on second down. If McKissick or Gibson runs for like 6+ yards, maybe do it again on second down and then do a nice short pass on third down if needed. But yeah, our offense 3-and-outs, it can't happen. I mean, obviously it's gonna happen a couple of times, but we can't do it too much. So we got to start out fast. Um, but yeah, let's see. Score predictions, like I said, I think it's going to be. I said this earlier, but if people are coming in here right now, 24-21 is my prediction. But it could be a lot higher scoring for the Browns. Who knows, though? Let's see what people have to say. Um, but yeah, it should be a good game. I just don't want it to be a blowout. Please don't. I don't want us to first a blowout, and second, us having to claw back in and score some points in garbage time. That just don't do. Please, 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 um, do not do that. Let's start out strong and at least score 7 points in the first half. Like what do we score? 7 points in the first half of the first game, 0 points in the second game. Just terrible. Our offense is it's just been terrible. Both games, I mean, the first game we did score 27 points, but that's mostly because of our defense. Our defense kept on giving us really, really good field position. So, yeah, we got to score. We got to start out well, give our offense some confidence, and you good offense helps the defense because you give them some rest. So I think that is very important for us. I'm interested to see how Peyton Barber does this game because if he gets like one carry like he did last game, maybe you put Bryce Love in the next game because I want to see what he can do. Um, but we'll see. Yeah. So, I mean, he's probably going to be inactive again. And I'm also interested to see what AGG can do. I mean, I think he had 5 snaps last week. Hopefully, he gets 10. I want that doubled. And hopefully, he keeps building and building on that. And middle of the season, maybe he's splitting time with Dontrell Inman. I mean, if he can just start, maybe get 100 receiving yards by week 6, I think that's solid. I mean, appreciate that, Philip B. If he can get like 15, 20 yards next week, keep building on that. Just keep building. And I think at the end of the season, he could have a huge second half. Maybe he has 250 yards in the second half. And he sacks for Chase Young. I think he's gonna have like 1 sack. Still, again, some people just get disappointed. If I say, Chase Young is gonna have 1 sack. If you average that out, 1 sack every game for a season, that's 16 sacks. So he's not going to have a sack every game, or if he does, he's breaking the rookie sack record. But we'll see. We'll see. So in a couple minutes, let's see who is the fullback. They do not have. I don't. I don't think they have a fullback right now, but they have a couple players that can possibly do that. I mean, Ryan Anderson has played fullback for us in the past, at least blocking wise. I don't think it's going to be a blowout game because last week our offense made our defense tired. Yeah, the turnovers. I forgot to say that. That's a good point, King Sean. The turnovers killed us last game. I mean, first off, our offense going 3-and-out and starting from the 10-yard line last game. We gave the ball, and that was BS. We should have gotten a roughing the punter on Trustway. But even if that didn't happen, we got a penalty later, which caused them to start with the ball in the 48. They scored because of good field position and because of a bad play by Landon Collins. Then we go in. I think we We didn't do that well. They get the ball back. I think we won 3-and-out. They get the ball back. Landon Collins makes a nice pick. We get the ball back at the 20-yard line, around that 25-yard line, and then we get the ball to the 9-yard line with a few nice plays. Gibson had a nice run, and then we fumble the ball. So that is at minimum, we were going to score 3 points on that play, maybe 10 or maybe 7, but let's just say 3. They ended up scoring 7. So that's a 10-point swing right there. That one play cost us 10 points. That fumble by Haskins, which, not necessarily his fault. And then when Steven Sims fumbled, that was another play where they scored off of that, and we had the potential of scoring on that play because we were at the 40-yard line. So that turnover cost us 7 points and possibly 3 points for if we would have scored on offense. So that's 20 points off of turnovers pretty much. They scored 14 points off of turnovers, and we had the opportunity to score another 14 points, but at least, 6. So we cannot have stupid turnovers like that, especially in the beginning of the game or the end of the game. It really, really pisses me off. No, the turnovers, it kills you. And Ron Rivera has a history of he has a really high winning percentage with if he has no turnovers. If his team has less turnovers than the other team, so if he's winning the turnover battle. So yeah, we gotta stop with the turnovers, especially like special teams turnovers. That's just the worst. Also, Sims has to stop taking the ball out when kick returning. I mean, I know it's he's a good kick returner, but I mean, I think his average was 14 yards. So obviously some of those he caught at the 2 or 3, but still we kept on starting at like the 20-yard line. And also you have the chance of possibly getting a penalty or turnover. So just take the touchback every time, get the ball at the 25. Unless you really, really, really see an opening, I just stop, please. Okay. So I'm gonna stream for about 10 more minutes. Let me see. Here, wait a sec. Okay. Let's see what you guys are saying. But again, I appreciate everyone for coming in. Like I said, 10 more minutes. Gonna answer some more questions. Appreciate everyone for coming in and supporting. Thank you, AM Hunter, Philip B, and Skins Fan All Day for the donations. So let's see. Not sure what you guys were. Yeah, Inman. I mean, he's gonna be done after this year. What's up, man? But I think that Kelvin Harmon would have been huge for us this year. I really think he could have had, 400 to 600 yards plus. I think he would have had a really, really nice year, and I think he would have helped Haskins out a lot. So I think that really, really hurt us. Man, yeah, the Kelvin Harmon injury, he's out for a year. Not only does that hurt us this year, but he also kind of stunts his development. So hopefully, um, he comes back right. And we got obviously Terry and Steven Sims. I feel like Sims, he might not be a superstar, but I think he's going to be a perennial like 750 to 1,000-yard receiver. I mean, he's on pace for like 800, and he's only getting targeted like 4 times a game. So, and then you got Steven Sims and Terry, who both of those guys are going to be solid. You need an opposite receiver outside of Terry. So, if AGG shows enough this this season, maybe he ends up with 450 and, finish off strong. Maybe you go into the season with AGG, Kelvin Harmon, Steven Sims, Terry, and a decent veteran receiver, better than Dontrell Inman. But if AGG doesn't show you enough, sign a receiver in free agency. Sign a receiver in free agency. But yeah, that's my take. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, Inman should not be a starter on any team. Yeah, man. Kelvin Harmon would have helped us out a ton. And, it sucks for him. It sucks for us, Haskins in general. I think he would have been a good outside receiver for Haskins to throw to. And I think him I think him, Steven Sims, and Terry, I think would have been nice. Would have been nice. Let's see. Burgundy and Gold fan all day. If you are in here, check your DM on Twitter real quick. I just sent you something. But let's see. Any other? So King Sean said we should draft or sign a receiver in this offseason. I think so. I mean, depending on where we're drafting this year, I think could draft a cornerback, a tight end, a tackle in the draft. I mean, the thing that sucks about Sadiq Charles' injury is that if he doesn't play this year, we really aren't going to get to see what he really can do. Okay, so I'm bringing in the man, Skins fan all day, Burgundy and Gold fan all day. If you guys don't know who he is, go ahead, search up his channel on YouTube. Great YouTuber, always has people on, so I'm going to add him onto the stream and ask him what he thinks about the game and his prediction. So I'm going to add him in. What's up, man?
What's going on, Pedro?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm just sitting at work right now. I'm taking a little break. You know what I'm saying? So I've been listening to all this good information that you're giving your audience, so
How you feeling about the game?
You want me to be honest with you?
Sure.
All right. First game, our offense put up 27. Second game, our offense put up 15. I see a downward trend in our offense. If Scott Turner don't change up his game plan, we will continue to see a downward trend in our offense. He has to change something up because whatever his game plan is not working. Excuse me. He also needs to put Isaiah Wright into the game. I say Isaiah Wright needs to play. I say Cam Sims needs to play. Cam Sims don't need to be on special teams. Cam Sims need to be on offense. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
We can use that body somewhere on the field. Isaiah Wright. Isaiah Wright also needs to get into the game. He's fast. We need to see what he can do.
AGG too.
Exactly. They need to let these guys play. We can't keep depending on Scary Terry to do everything because like I said, defenses already know what to do to stop our offense. Double team Scary Terry, and then if you double team him, they're gonna put 8 in the box, shut down the run game, and that's it. That's it for us until somebody else step up. Until Scott Turner change around his play calling, like with some screens, the hurry up offense, up tempo. Yeah. What's up, Juan Gotti? Hurry up offense. Do something different because, like I said, the first 2 games we saw the same thing. We cannot afford to keep going 3 and out. I hate to say this, but this is real. This game tomorrow, I'm telling you guys, I'm being serious. This game tomorrow is a must win for us. Already is a must win. We can't afford to lose this game because next week we got the Ravens, and that don't look good.
And then the Rams.
And then the Rams, exactly. We can easily go 1 and 1, 2,
4. I think
go 1 and 1 and 4, 1 and 5 easily.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with what you said. I think getting, especially when it was. I mean, we were losing by 20 points in the second half. I mean, I think start out with Steven Sims, Terry McLaurin, and Dontrell Inman. But especially if we're blowing out the other team or if we're getting blown out, at least at the end, start playing your young guys a little bit more because, like Ron said, this is more of a developmental year. It's going to be nice if we win. If we make the playoffs, that's a huge bonus, but it's more for our development. So get AGG in there for a little bit. Isaiah Wright, I think he's still learning. They haven't put him on the field at all. So maybe make him active in a couple weeks, start him off with special teams so he gets the feel for the game, and then eventually get him in the game and yeah, I think our offense needs to start out fast. I think Haskins did good with that in the second half of both games, or definitely last game. He started doing good with the up tempo offense. So if that happens, I think it'll help us out a lot. Give the ball to Terry McLaurin, Steven Sims. We got to do that. And I like what you said about the screens. Antonio Gibson is so elusive, so quick. Like, we can't not give him the ball out of the backfield. Like, give him some screen passes so he can make some guys miss. Especially Steven Sims too. I mean, he's gotten like 2 screen passes this year, and both of them have been like 10, 15-yard gains. So I think that we got to do that. Hopefully, Steven Sims plays, because if he doesn't, that's a huge. I mean, if Steven Sims doesn't play, then and Denzel Ward plays, I mean, they just put 2 guys on Terry McLaurin, and who is Dwayne going to pass to? I mean, you're going to have to put Antonio Gibson in there in the slot sometimes. I mean, you're going to have to. So Steven Sims, really, really hope he plays. And, yes, this is a really important game for us, because if we win this game, we're 2-1. We're going to lose to the Ravens. I mean, there's
You never
almost
know.
I mean, you never know. You never know, but there's almost no chance. What's up, Ed Oliver? Ed Oliver's in here. Juan Gotti's in here. Everyone's in here. But yeah, you never know. But that's going to be a tough game. And then you got the Rams. So that's a really tough. I mean, we've had a really tough start to the schedule. And then the middle of our schedule is very easy. So if we can get out of here 2-3, we then play the Giants. We play the Giants twice in that middle of the schedule, the Lions, the Bengals. So, I mean, those are some very, very, very winnable games. And if we start out 2-3, I think that's pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we can't look past no team in general, because every team is professional. My mindset is, if they coaching our guys up properly, the best way for our guys to learn is to put them in a game. You can't learn sitting on the sideline. It's impossible to learn how to set plays, run routes in practice. You have to get on the field with live action, not going against your players. Now, if they give these guys a chance, man, we have so many running backs they can use. So many running backs they can use to, exploit defenses immediately. I want to see Bryce Love in the game. I want to see more JD McKissick in the game. Stop putting the focus on 2 guys, which is Scary Terry and Antonio Gibson. Those are the 2 guys that people are going to key on. We have other players. Other people need to step up. Only thing that they need to do is change up the plays, change up the play calling. And I believe if they do that tomorrow, we will come out that game with a victory. And I believe we go into the Ravens game. We're gonna give them, especially if they win tomorrow. We're gonna go into the Ravens game, high, excited, and we can pull something off. You just don't know, because, like I said, we have the weapons as far as the running backs. Our running backs are dangerous, man. They just need to know how to use them. And stop. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the schedule here. So we play the Ravens and then the Rams. So, I mean, I feel like we're going to win one of the 2. Rams, Ravens, I think we can – or not Rams, Ravens, sorry. Browns, Ravens, I think we'll win one of those. I think we can win one of those. If we win today or tomorrow, we'll see. I mean, starting out 3-2 would be amazing. But then we play the Giants without Saquon. That's a definite winnable game. We play the Cowboys at Washington. That's definitely a winnable game. Or not, it's a winnable game. We still might lose, but Dallas has not looked good this year. So
every game is a winnable game.
Yeah.
Every game.
And then we play the Giants again. We can we have a really good chance of winning that game at Washington. Then the Lions, the Bengals, and then the Cowboys again. So that kind of stretch right there, when you go through, you start out the Giants, Cowboys, Giants again, Lions and Bengals. I mean, that's what, 5 games. You can win 3 of those games easily.
Yeah, that's right. And I think they need to. I think they need to go to the 2 tight end set. They need to put Logan in and Sprinkle in the game at the same time for blocking purposes. Because a lot of, like I said, if you started to pay attention to the games, all of our offensive plays is going to the right side because our left side is trash. So
Yeah.
once the defensive coordinator see that, oh, they keep running to the right, they're going to shut that down. Once they shut down the right side, us running to the right or doing anything to the right side, man, we in trouble. Because, like I said, somebody got to step up or just change the play calling. That's
And you know
all it
who's
takes.
on the right? You know who's on the right on the Browns? Myles Garrett. So
Still, it's
no,
better. It's better.
Yeah.
It's better to go at him. It's better to go. It's better to go at him as far as the line, as far as our offensive line, and putting their bodies on him, and tight ends going at him to make him work harder instead of letting him have a full rush to the quarterback not getting touched. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's best to go straight ahead and tack your defender instead of sometimes running away from him because he got to work more harder than, instead of just having a free pass to the quarterback. He got to worry about blockers blocking him and all this other stuff. I mean, it plays a part in it as well. But like I said, my main focus is Ward. If Ward is not playing tomorrow, that'll be good. That'll be very good for us.
What's up, Reggie Reg? So yeah, and I think that Juan said it, and we were talking about it. I was talking about it earlier in the stream. Kelvin Harmon, that loss was huge for us.
Yes.
I mean, the difference between I think Harmon had something like 300 yards or 250 yards in the last 8 games of the season, and that was in his rookie year, and that was with Haskins most of the time. So this year, I think he would have gotten 650, 700 yards, and that's an outside receiver that would help out a lot and would give Haskins another big target on the outside instead of Inman. So I think that was huge, and hopefully AGG can kind of do what Harmon did at the end of last season. But yeah, like you said, Denzel Ward, if Ward is out and Steven Sims is in, their secondary is already with Ward is not good at all. If Ward isn't there, Haskins should have a very good game. I mean, he doesn't have much of an excuse. If Morgan Moses is playing, Steven Sims is playing, and Ward is not playing. That's just me, though. Obviously, the line isn't great, but their defense has allowed 34 points a game. So he's got to score. He's got to do good this week.
What I would do, I would put, of course, we got Terry as the one. We got Terry as the one. I would put Cam Sims in the slot. Check, just pay attention to this one. I'll put Cam Sims in the slot, and then if Steven Sims play tomorrow, I'll put him as the third. I'll put him out wide as well. I will send Steven Sims. I will send Steven Sims and Terry deep, and have Cam Sims go across the middle. So that's going to like I said, because he's 6'5", that's a big boy. You can't teach height. Send him across the middle instead of having Steven Sims go across the middle. Send Cam Sims across the middle and have those 2 fast receivers go deep, especially if Ward is not playing. That should help out. That should help out our offense. Mm-hmm. Don't keep targeting Terry and just running the ball with Gibson and that's it. Because teams is they can on that. We showing this same play every Sunday. I'm tired of seeing it. We need to see something different. We really do.
Yeah, so hopefully the echo's better right now. I think it was because I didn't have a mic plugged in earlier, so it should be good right now. Let me know if it is. But yeah, I think this game is a big, really, really important game for us. If we win, we're obviously, I mean, even if we lose, I mean, the Cowboys are going to lose, so we're going to be at top of the division no matter what. We got the tiebreaker with the because we won our first division game, but hopefully we can win this game because I think if we start out 2-3 to start out the first 5 games, then I think we can easily 2-3 will still be at top of the division with Dallas at 1-2 after the first 3 weeks, Philly at best at 1-2, and then the Giants at 0-3. So, yeah. So just one last question to Skins fan, Burgundy and Gold fan all day, and then we're gonna head out. What is your score prediction for the game?
Oh my goodness. I want our offense to do so good, man. I said the game is going to be close. I say it's going to be close. Just like I said yesterday on my live, I say 21-17 in the favor of Washington. We get the win.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty close to mine. I said 24-21. I think, that could be a little bit low for me, 24-21. But I just have a feeling our defense is could have a dominant game. I think we really could, but who knows? Depending on how, if we just got to help out our defense on offense by, making sure we don't go 3 and out, because if we keep on going 3 and out, our defense is going to have no time, or our defense is going to be on the field the whole time. So they're going to be tired. So yeah,
exactly.
We got to at least keep the time of possession close. But yeah, Ed said 46-41. Hey, that would be, I mean, that would be amazing, but also a little bit concerning that our defense. Okay, Ed Oliver said 24-21. So yeah, that's my prediction. I think, we'll see. I mean, if we win, it's gonna be a nice Monday because Dallas is gonna lose. Philly could win, but even if they win, if we win, we're still a game up on them. And then you got New York. I mean, they're the bottom of the NFC. No one cares about New York. I mean, so again,
we just gotta take care of our part, so we won't be at the bottom.
Yep. Again, guys, I appreciate everyone for coming in here and supporting the channel. Thank you, Skins fan all day, for coming on the panel. We'll see. I could get a couple people on next week too on the Warpath. Skins fan all day. Anyone that wants to come on, Juan Gotti, Ed Oliver. So again, appreciate all of you guys for coming in the chat. Hopefully tomorrow, I mean, I'm going to have a post-game reaction tomorrow after the game, and hopefully it's a victory. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for coming in. And yeah, hopefully we win. Skins fan, any last words?
Just make sure y'all keep supporting Pedro. Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all keep supporting Pedro. Super chat if you can, help this brother out, help him, continue to build up his channel. If anybody also, if you don't know who I am, you're more than welcome to check out my channel as well at Burgundy and Gold Fan all day. You're more than welcome to check me out as well.
I appreciate that. Let me just put I'm getting your link up here. But yeah, I'm gonna put Skins fan all day, Burgundy Gold fan all day, his channel in the comments below. So make sure you guys subscribe to him. Great YouTuber, and he lets anyone on his stream. You guys can chat with him. So yeah, here is his link. Go ahead, subscribe to him. And yeah, I appreciate all you guys for coming in. Subscribe to Burgundy Gold fan all day. Great content. Like I said, he lets you guys talk with him. He has a great panel on the Warpath. A lot of good people. So like I said, go ahead and check him out. Thank you guys for coming in here, and peace.
Peace out.
Peace.